To help get people excited about voting on Monday, community leaders from the Alexandra Park neighborhood are holding a voting empowerment event. That's where we find Kelda Ewan. And Kelda, there was a special guest there today to help empower these young voters.
That's right, Dwight. Martin Luther King III, who is the oldest son of Martin Luther King Jr., he was here at the community center speaking to residents earlier. Now, this is part of a larger event, a civic engagement event. Now, King, he was here for about 2 hours ago, and he had to leave to catch a flight. But he was telling residents that it's important to get out and vote. Especially, he had a message for young voters. He said that it's important especially for young voters, to have their voices heard, and that was the meat of his message. And organizers hope King's message will lift up the community and encourage them to go out to vote on Monday. It was a packed room earlier inside. King was introduced by Liberal candidate for Spadina-Fort York, Adam Vaughan. He started by repeating a quote of his father's, that a voteless people is a powerless people. He spoke about a time when his people were denied this right to vote, and he spoke about the importance of exercising this right when we have it. He also encouraged Canadians before they cast their ballot to consider issues like eradicating poverty, healthcare, and climate change. But above all, he said he wanted to encourage young people not just to vote, but also to be leaders. Here's what he had to say.
Young people stay at home. Oftentimes, the issues of young people were not raised. We need more young people to be a part of leading government, not to wait on the outside. When more young people are involved in leading, I think we will see more young people engaged in voting. Dad used to say a voteless people is a powerless people, and one of the most important steps that can be taken is that short step to the ballot box. That's true today. That will always be true as long as we have systems called democratic systems.
As I mentioned, King, he had to leave to catch a flight to go back home, but the second part of the event, it actually just ended. It's a civic engagement event with youth groups from around the community. Now, I spoke to Samuel Iganu. He is one of the leaders, and he helped to lead this engagement event earlier. And here's what he had to say about the importance of having someone like King be here today to talk to people, especially young people, about the significance of that ballot.
A lot of people sometimes don't make it out to the poll, so to get that historical narrative, understanding that, you know, once upon a time we didn't have rights, even in Canada as well. Sometimes especially black women or women in general who even got voting rights even way after. So it's really important that we take advantage now, and even though we weren't sitting in those seats or in the seats as Rosa Parks back then, having him here is important to let us sit in those seats right now and understand the urgency and the importance of making this happen in civic engagement within Canada.